Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. And let me just exit out of this full screen here. It's 11:50 a.m., September 24, 2023. And the topic of this particular video is about filing a lawsuit. Who do you sue? And what brought this to my attention is our beloved Bryan Tew, T-E-W. He's not really posting on YouTube anymore, but he did post a video on Bitchute. Okay, and this is just a short while ago. He posted it on September 22nd. And I'm going to show you, folks. I will show you. He filed a lawsuit in China against the United States government. Okay, so let's turn this on here. So it's a legal service agreement, terms of payment, and his signature. So here it is. He's provided notification. He has a lawyer. He has a lawyer in China. He filed a lawsuit in China against the U.S. Okay, so he's, blocked out some information here. Doesn't want you to see. But Bryan Tew, an American citizen, has filed a lawsuit. A Chinese law firm accepts targeted individual lawsuit against the American government. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, how the wheels are turned now. Amazing. I look so forward to following up on this. Chinese law firm accepts targeted individuals lawsuit against American government. Okay, so how do we do it if we're living in the United States, folks? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you because I have filed pro se many, many times when I have fired my previous lawyers during my divorce process, which took 3.5 years. Imagine filing for divorce and 3.5 years later, you're still not divorced because you've got lawyer after lawyer after lawyer picking up your case and charging a lot more money. Like that criminal lawyer in Freehold, New Jersey that I ended up firing and reporting. And I guarantee he may have been one of the people because he's rich. He's super rich to nominate me into the program. But he might not have been the only one. Remember I mentioned how my ex-husband's lawyer, he got stiffed when my ex-husband filed for bankruptcy and relieved all of his legal fees in bankruptcy court. Oh well, it had to have been at least $30,000. Poor thing in Red Bank, New Jersey. Yeah, that piece of crap in lawyer in New Jersey. And in fact, I guarantee that most of the individuals on the watch list have behind them some legal person, a lawyer, a judge, somebody in the know that contacts your local law enforcement, that has it in their ability and power to say no. It is the sheriff's department responsibility to abide by their oath, the Constitution of the state and the United States, and they do not have to agree to allow these corrupt programs in their jurisdiction. But because they do, guess who you sue? That's right. Because they do, guess who you sue? You should sue the sheriff's department. No, you don't sue the U.S. government. You don't, that's not what you do. You sue the people that allow this to happen where you live. And then what you do is after you sue the sheriff's department, right? In addition to that, you sue everybody involved, just the way the police officer did in Manalapan, New Jersey, when he sued the police department. What did he do? He wrote in the complaint. Not only was he suing Manalapan Township, not only was he suing individually the chief of police of Manalapan Police Department and the police department, he was suing unknown people. Yeah, unknown people. ABC, 1, 2, 3. You never know who's going to be involved. It could be the neighbor next door. It could be the neighbor down the block. It could be the person who's at the grocery store. It could be your local fire department. So you leave that open. Yeah, you leave that open. Actually, after he filed his case, it never went to court. They settled out of court, and then there was a gag order. I'm sorry, folks. I ain't gonna be gagged. So what do you do if you're in the United States? You sue the sheriff's department for allowing this program in their community. They're the ones that have the snitches. They're the ones that have the informants. They're the ones that have to be notified. They must be notified if a private contractor, a community-based agent, is in their town. I mentioned in another video that I hired a private detective in New Jersey. And he said the procedure is, and he wasn't the only one that I contacted. I contacted many. Everyone that I spoke to says that in order for them to be a private detective for me, they had to contact the local police department to let them know of their presence. Because if regular people noticed them around, they might contact the police department that they noticed these strange vehicles. So a private detective, private security firm are required to contact the sheriff's department. So the sheriff's department is well aware that these people are in their community performing surveillance and torture and trespassing and vandalism upon the citizens of that sheriff's jurisdiction. That sheriff's responsibility is to take care of all the people. They are required to boycott any of these illegal and covert, sneaky programs in their community. You think the sheriff's department is not aware that my neighbors are involved in harassing me when I've reported it several times? Exactly. So who do you sue in the United States? No, you don't sue my favorite Bureau of Investigation. I mean, we'll leave that to targeted justice. They have the more financial resources. They've got a lawyer. But for regular people like you and I that are going to file pro se, this is where you go. You go to the sheriff's department. Yes. And then you have to get their insurance policy. And you file against their surety bonds. I have information on the surety bond, S-U-R-E-T-Y. Every sheriff, every county prosecutor, all of these people, they must have their own insurance. It's called a surety bond. And I did get a copy via FOIA request of the surety bonds of the previous sheriff. Previous sheriff was Paul Hayes. We have a new sheriff as of January of this year. He's been a member of this community for quite some time. And he's the one that I mentioned that he has a child with a perpetrator's daughter. Yeah. So a perpetrator, you know, the one that has the license plate that says blessed, she's the one who challenged me to a fight while I'm cutting the grass on my lawn. She pulls up. This is all intentional. Pulls up on the county road, and she actually says, I'm on the county road. Well, so what? You're harassing me on my property. Yeah. So you could be standing on the county road, but you're still harassing me on my property. Yeah. And you're uninvited. So, but anyway, I digress. So that's what you do. So the point of this video is the irony. Bryan Tew, an American citizen, who has been a targeted person for probably, well, at least a decade. I mean, I came into this community in 2017. I realized that I'm targeted at least since 2012. And he's been traveling from country to country. And here he is in China. A Chinese law firm accepts targeted individuals' lawsuit against American government. The irony. The irony. I will be following this lawsuit, and everybody should. If you want to follow up on it, go to Bitchute. And his channel there is called Liverpoollaw. Like Liverpool, like British Liverpool and law. So it's Liverpoollaw, Bryan Tew. So I look forward to your feedback, folks. How many of you guys are going to go sue or attempt to sue the Sheriff's Department? Inquiring minds like to know. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now. It is now noon on Sunday, September 24, 2023.